Yeah. And we welcome all the rugby league fans from around the world to Las Vegas, Sin City, hosting the USA versus Scotland International triple header. I am blessed to be in the booth with Phoebe. Phoebe, we are looking forward to an outstanding matchup between the visitor Scotland and the USA. How excited are you for this match?
I'm extremely excited. I love to see these girls really kill it on the field, and this is a new opponent for them. So I think that this is going to be a really good game for all rugby league.
And in front of us, we see both teams preparing, getting their names called. We are so close to kickoff. My name is Lance Kavanaugh, and like I said before, I'm blessed to be in the booth with Phoebe. We have an exciting doubleheader between the women of Scotland and the men of Scotland here in Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada, at Cougar Stadium. And it is going to be an amazing set of play. We've already had it at Nines tournament throughout the course of this weekend, all leading up to the NRL Las Vegas in its fourth rendition. And I have so much to say about what we see, but look at all these USA stars on the shirt, stars on the field. A lot of these players are crossovers from Union. It's created an amazing environment, amazing atmosphere here in the United States. And a lot of these players are featured national champions on the Union side, international cap on the Union side, lending their talents to the rugby league side. And it is a dawn of a new day with Las Vegas NRL combination, filling the void left. And I can't wait for a great day of footy, Phoebe.
I agree. I can't wait to see a few of these players really carve it up on the field today. Some of them are getting their first caps, and that's going to be an incredible experience for them. I think that a lot of these girls are going to really bring the heat, and on the Scotland side as well, because they had a really great game against Jamaica, and they skirted away with a win there. So we'll see how they kind of match up with USA.
And Jamaica being one of the USA's most featured rivals, able to get the win. Now these Hawks know what they're dealing with, but here goes the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Scotland national anthem, the Bravehearts, poised and ready to go. Now for the United States national anthem. And with the closing of our national anthems, both teams do the final preparations for this footy match here in Henderson, Nevada. The Bravehearts able to get a win earlier in this Las Vegas weekend, now find themselves with the big test against the United States at home. You can see the Bravehearts are excited, they're ready, they're poised. The Hawks.
Las Vegas twinkle in the distance. I see a long casino. I think I stayed at the casino like 20 years ago.
A big hello and good evening to all our fans, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. We are coming live from Coronado High School, home of the Cougars here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are here to brought you by Next Level Rugby Productions to witness USA Hawks versus Scotland's Braveheart in the women's division for this Rugby League international match. Had a great opportunity to catch up with Coach Clarkson's before the game, and he mentioned a player wearing number 12 today, Shamarika Scott, one of their ball-passing back rowers. Keep an eye out on him, on her, and on the Scotland side, keep an eye out on their number 9. Yeah, she's really fast around the ruck. Very exciting players to keep an eye out for. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Straight! Let him go! Move! Got some passionate fans here in the audience. I love to hear that. I was a passionate fan myself.
Strong carry and multiple strong carries by the United States. Scotland's defense holding strong as now we set up to go wide. Ball skipped out and tackle made around the edge. The Scotland team is relentless defensively. They're bringing the noise.
7, you're early. 7,
Ball played properly, and now with all the options expunged, it's time for the kick.
How? Tackle 1! Move! Here's the line.
But again, Scotland forging ahead. Big collisions, able to play into a little bit of space, forcing these markers to really be on top of their jobs here. And that tackle seems a little bit high from the very beginning. Scotland with an early penalty. And it looks like could tackles be an issue for the United States with such an early penalty in the first set. Scotland opting to go to the boot. Do they get it off the park? They do not. And turning back around.
High tackle there, ladies. Marks up. Lines here, ladies. Sorry. Back with me.
But that tackle just around the neck.
Tackle 1. Move. Here's the line. Two. Stand. Move.
And the Scotland defense standing strong yet again as they did in our early sets. But the United States surging ahead, big carry. On the outside, I believe that is Brittany J.R., featured player here in the USA. Gives it up to T. Granby, the number 7, and she's going to develop so much leadership throughout this match. One of the more experienced players on the team. Ball given to the strong runner, but unable to keep control. And just like that, Scotland able to hold strong defensively with a chance to clear their lines and get space with some of these hit-ups, Phoebe.
Tackle 1! Stop moving now! That's 0, ladies! That's touch!
Really kicking, firing on all pistons there. You can see her defensive work is looking really great, but also we're seeing some footwork and steppiness.
Scotland again, another sergeant run, able to find space and almost making it through, only dragged down by the jersey. Play the ball very quickly and able for those markers to really consume defense and get a hand on that dummy half. And again, Scotland very, very smooth on these transitions, getting the ball into space, finding the space with their legs, with their eyes, with their feet. And again, Scotland created great opportunities happening from the heels of the try line. Now find themselves 60 meters in advance and now able to set up everything they need to put pressure on this United States side deep. And that penalty right there, unable to get out of the way. And 2 penalties on back-to-back sets for the United States, Phoebe.
2 back-to-back penalties. I think that they're able to clean this up, though. It's really early on in the game. This is a team that has kind of come together last minute over the past couple of months just to get themselves ready for this. I think we're going to see some really big hits here coming soon as they get closer and closer to the try line. That defense is going to have to really be solid.
Come back here!
Yeah, we've seen how solid Scotland's defense is, avoiding giving up a try early, forcing a loose ball on the hit around the 5-meter line. And now, in the turn of events, find themselves on the opposite 10-meter thanks to a penalty and a great set of runs early in this first half. And the triple tackle here for the United States. Scotland poking, progging, looking for more opportunities. They can go either way here, and they go to the far side of the screen, run a short line, and on the doorstep, we're 5th and final, and this is going to be absolutely, the kick is through, and is it too much? It is not. It looks like Scotland will ever get their hands on it. Referee is talking, consulting, and the try is given to Bravehearts. Bravely chipped through on that last tackle and get the first try of this international match. 4-0 Scotland Bravehearts. And Phoebe, what a set, what a buildup of play.
Yes, at that point, we could see that the moving over and shuffling to the left side of the screen, they couldn't defend that. That was just going to be 2 on 3, and those girls were really poking holes and pinning and prodding them back.
In a minute.
That's textbook rugby right there, getting right into the edge of the try line.
Perfect footy, the placement of that kick. You couldn't ask for more. You've seen multiple USA players signaling, get over to this side. We're overloaded, outnumbered, and just a little too late to match numbers. And all it took was a little bit of intuitive and that foot to the ball, and before you know it, the United States found themselves down at home. Scotland getting the opening points of this international matchup.
1 and 2, the kicker in the post.
Okay. It is waved away. Kick is no good.
Unfortunately, that kick was no good. She did have a really strong boot behind it, but not enough power. We can get to see a little bit more of that later. Hopefully we see a little bit more tries from the USA side so that this game can go underway for a little bite and bite back.
But I mean, that kick through, perfectly weighted, perfectly laid out. And Scotland with a well-earned try. Early mistakes by this United States defense. 2 penalties on 2 separate sets is giving Scotland so much meterage and also a great opportunity. And the Bravehearts capitalize. Phoebe, 4-0. What does the United States need to fix?
I think just having that coverage on the try line is going to be really, it's just going to be really beneficial for them. They have to be really strong and sturdy there because their in-game tackling is great. They're doing 2 tackles, 3 Pearson tackles, and it's working out for them. But whenever we get to that try line, we got to keep things really tight, and the fullback should be back there as well, closer, so that they can catch any of those straggling balls that are kicked through. Those 5th and lasts are looking really good to be kicked, so why not utilize that and either potentially get a new 6 or a try.
As we see Scotland orchestrating, able to really negotiate what side they want to go, setting everything up perfectly. And to play the ball here is pretty quick. Scotland might be on the front foot on attack here. Running into a double tackle. Amazing bit of carry. The Bravehearts showing their bravery, going to the same side, same direction. They might have space on his edge. Little half break, and that inside pass, almost a great opportunity as the Bravehearts show their ability to manipulate, playing to the edge, but just unable to capitalize on the very end. And now we have a scrum set. Phoebe, looks scary moments for Bravehearts. They found a way to get around the edge and get a line break here, half break here.
With the feed to the Hawks.
Yeah, I think that set piece there is pretty good, the out to in. But if she had her hands up a little bit early, maybe that would have been a bit more successful for them. But there was a little bit of chaos in there because USA was all over that scramble defense. So this is a good time for them to reset and play the ball here.
And they go to your far side of the screen and unable to keep possession of the ball. One tackle, one turnover. The Bravehearts, again, showing bits of defensive dominance over the course of this first 10 minutes of the first half. As we look into the sideline, cool, collected. Scotland Bravehearts sitting on the bench, taking in the festivities. Las Vegas Nines tournament has been immaculate. The word on the street. But we're all looking forward to that NRL kickoff tomorrow in the big stadium. Las Vegas, what a place to be. I know you're probably watching this at home, but you should be here on the ground. And Scotland set up for their scrum of their own. First set piece for Scotland. What do they do with it? Dummy, another dummy, swung down very strongly. And we might need a second as the players down from Scotland might have landed on the ball just a little bit awkward there.
Again, that's just the defensive pressure that America is bringing. They're hitting hard. They're coming up relentlessly. I don't think that they're being a bit too shy on that line. This is just kind of one of those things that happens in rugby. It's a contact sport, but you got to meet the contact point at where it is. Come with the fire or don't.
First chance for Scotland to really show initiative and hit up on that set piece. Able to get good meters, but just couldn't keep player from making that unfortunate fall on the ball. And now we have a break in action in this first 10 or 11 minutes, Phoebe.
The tide is out on the inside. You can see from the touchline.
Alright, yeah, that's
the air balls.
Give me an air ball option then now.
The team's really good, but we don't be as intense.
Right. I think Scotland is really trying to poke holes into the defense here, and they're using a lot of different maneuvers to do this. They're pulling things out wide. They're hitting up one side to the other side. And they're doing this really efficiently, which is allowing them to get so far down.
Go Wellsford!
With their
Go Wellsford, come on, skipper! Get set now, girls. Let's go! Yes, Wellsford! Go Wellsford!
As you can see, multiple Scotland players cheering on their down made. Looks like we are back into the action. Only one tackle in as we set things up and get ready to resume a little bit of footy here.
Great stoppage, great tackle there by Tina Granby and Nicole Fish. Both very good veterans and strong veterans in the American game, whether it's union or league. But the rugby league scene is where they've taken many caps here. Aside from that, Tina Granby is also capped for Manusina in rugby union.
Yeah, one of the veterans and unable to keep control of the ball. Scotland on that third tackle, unable to complete their sets, and now we're up for another scrum, Phoebe. We've had this is now our third scrum of the game. I don't know if handling errors will be an issue. What do you think? Is it the humidity? Is it the dry air? Is it that Las Vegas atmosphere? What's going on?
Man, I don't know. I think they've been hard at work, so no play for them before the game. I think maybe the line speed just might be their issue, but we have the rest of the game to kind of see how that's going to play out. If they can pick this line speed up on both sides of the ball, either it's offense or defense, I think that they'll see a little bit more fruit, because then they will take that 10 meters away from Scotland that Scotland's ever so using well. Excellent work to Sarah Esther.
Three there! Move now!
And again, the referee with
Shamarica
great
Scott with a
control.
massive run, looking to offload.
Really
does
monitor.
offload.
Amazing leg drive on the fourth tackle. Brittany, again, showing why she is class here in the USA. Scott with another run, looking for the offload, wasn't there. Less than 20 meters away. Looks like we're setting up for a kick. Won't be done. T. Granby unable to grab it clean. Still, the chip is put through, and Scotland able to bring it on a run. And now we're back to Scotland with ball in hand. Tackle one is done. And just the speed that Scotland gets the ball around and moves is forcing this USA team to really collapse defensively and push forward. USA have to get off that line or Scotland's going to take those 10 meters, and now we have a line break inside. Left foot step, and it's a foot race. Does she have what it takes? Almost a jersey grab and a tackle right inside the 10 meters line. A quick play the ball, and Scotland could be up even more, and another penalty.
Way off.
And an offside penalty. Scotland players are protesting, saying they should have let it play on. But I just think the way that they involve themselves in the game. And what a turn of events. USA defense not getting off the line, and Scotland making the most of that opportunity. As now we have a quick tap. And Scotland hard charge to run. Offload with the spin. Less than 2 meters out. Can she make it? No. Grabbed and stopped around the 3 meter line. Scotland with a full set. How would they take it? Do they take it slow? No, they're offloading in the tackle, close to the try zone, looking for any opportunity. And the referee again is they're not releasing these tacklers.
You've got to release a lot quicker.
Taking their time releasing, you hear the referee say. So now Scotland has to move, retreat back to the 10.
It's up to you. Your penalty.
Referees having discussion. They retreat back to the 10.
On you.
And Scotland, as confident as they have been, attacking is surging forward here. And what looked like it was held up at first, try given to the Bravehearts, and even extending their lead further. Scotland with an amazing set of play all off that break. Before the 2 penalties, Scotland showing their speed and fluidity off of these play-the balls. They are moving forward, and they're gashing the USA as we speak, Phoebe.
Yeah, I was talking earlier a little bit about them poking and prodding holes in the offense, and I think that, again, that defense on the try line does need to be a bit more tighter. It is just kind of slipping through them. Either they're not chatting about the person next to them, but I think that there'll be still long bit of the game to finish. They can still pick this up. USA.
There's so much time left. In international games, anything can happen. For everyone who's watching on the YouTube, please know that Phoebe and I, we are in the chat. We see what's going on. A lot of supporters from Scotland, a lot of supporters from the USA as we set up for this kick. Scotland with an 8-0 lead after exceptional bit of set play, pulling it all together. That kick looks up, looks near, and it is good. 10-0.
Exactly. What did I tell you? They dead needed to have a little bit more power, and she was going to get that through, chip it right in the goals.
And I mean, the line breaks from earlier. Just everything that Scotland's been doing on attack so far has looked good, creating opportunities for themselves. And again, 10-0 really on the scoreboard shows what this match has been. Able to stop the United States on their defensive end and able to convert when it's their time offensively. Scotland are bringing the noise to the Hawks, and the Hawks has to regroup and find a way. They have to find a way. They have to get off that line defensively after each one of these tackles. They have to find a way to close the space against Scotland, because Scotland is getting more confident as the game goes on, Phoebe.
So how many people here, this is their first rugby game, right? No participation?
Oh, tackle one! Move!
Tackle one called. Scotland again. Now the United States are moving up. Those markers are pressing from the inside. Now we're getting a little bit of defensive structure and tenacity here for the United States, but slow off that line there. It's giving more confidence to the Scotland side. And they're just playing the man on the ground just a little bit too long. Looks like the referee is pretty sure about that. Big hit in the middle of the field. And that fake dummy just leads to another break. She is off and running again. Offload with the one hand over the right. Tackler is held. And looks like the Bravehearts are going to go quick again, going to the kick. This is dangerous time for the United States. Got to address that kick cleanly, and they do.
Tackle one!
And the Bravehearts,
let it
with
go!
a good defensive set here, can find themselves in another great attacking opportunity.
We've got a great pick and run go there from the number 5 USA. She's a new first capped player. Brittany Roy is also picking and going, and she's doing great there at being a defensive and offensive marker.
Big run. Shamara Scott gets the offload away as the United States train keeps it chugging along. Looks like that ball's almost pulled out, but not caught held by the referee.
Come back.
They're just unable to get clean hand on ball, but the space off that bounce, it might be there. It looks like they have something around the edge. The offload there, it wasn't.
5, go!
It looks like we're at 5th and final. The ball array again. This is the second 5th and final that the ball didn't get to the receiver and needed to. Multiple players put the ball on sides as that dribbles out of bounds. But just unfortunate, unable to find that first receiver on that 5th and final kick. And again, these are issues that the United States has to fix ASAP, Phoebe. ASAP, Phoebe.
100%, I agree. I think that USA probably could be taking a little bit more risk here in some of their phase play. Maybe they could be hitting up 1 or 2 more times and tiring out, playing right behind that marker, maybe running a 0 is what I would call it, and chipping right back into where they just took that up, tire them out in the middle, and then swing it wide really quickly, using a bit of those layers. This year, they've got a bunch of players who are playmakers in the back line. So having people like Turiopi come in, she's out of California, playing with the LA Roosters Academy there. Put the ball in her hands and let's see where that goes in the next layer there.
No, we're just going right through. Good luck.
But just a crazy bit of play we've seen so far. As we have Pago on the sideline again. Pago, how's it going down there?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. I've got one of the USA Hawks players here with me. Tough, opening 20 to start with. What do you guys need to focus on the last 20 of the first half in order to get some points before going to the sheds?
I think defense is pretty good. I mean, our aggressiveness is coming out. I think we just need to find the rhythm as a team, hold on to that ball, and just getting our structure down.
What has been your favorite part of the week leading up to this game?
I think it's just meeting the new girls. I mean, we haven't really seen each other for the past 8 weeks, so just like getting that chemistry right away, and like the last 2 days that we had practice, and just even the coaches as well. I mean, phenomenal coaches all the way from Australia. So it's just the chemistry and just getting to know each other, and then bringing that on the field here, and also the opportunity to be able to put on this jersey and just represent our country. So yeah.
Thank you so much, and good luck for the rest of the game. Okay, thank you.
And thank you, Praga, for taking care of things as we had a missed opportunity. I believe a penalty down on the field. So we have a fresh set for Scotland as the Bravehearts looking to add to this lead. One dummy fake there, another dummy fake in the fin. Multiple defenders unable to bring down that fast half. But here we go. Scotland going to the top of your screen. Multiple defenders.
Guys,
having to bring themselves to ask that question. And the way that Scotland's been setting themselves up, ball pulled out by second. But it looks like they're calling a knock on. But from what I've seen, it looks like it might have been pulled out by a second defender. The protests are worth it. But now we have a scrum for the USA. Phoebe, great break for the United States.
Yeah, at this point, if they use it, they could really catch Scotland on the back foot. I think Scotland's getting a little comfortable here, and USA is working out those kinks, like our player that was just interviewed said. I think that they're going to really be able to make some shake here. Again, we've got a couple of minutes here to really make some things in this phase happen. But we'll see Scotland give it their best as well.
Tackle one!
First tackle, 3 defenders into the action, and now the USA is back on charge again. A little bit stagnant, a little bit choppy on those plays right there, but still got good meterage as this Scotland's defensive line has forged ahead, holding strong integrity. Just got to make those tackles on first contact, but again, able to get to their space, able to get to those spots. And this is the first time they really found Scotland off guard. Shamara Scott with the fin to the face. It was the first real opportunity the United States had to really run at this Scotland side. Let's see how Scotland responds defensively. They get off the line. Paris Hart, one of the heart and soul players of the team. Strong runner, defensive juggernaut with the carry. And T finally able to get her hands on the ball, but the grubber goes right to one of the Scotland Bravehearts, unable to trickle through and get into the try zone area. And now Scotland is back on the charge. 1 pop pass, 2 pop pass, and now Scotland's closer to the middle of the field, hovering somewhere around the 30-meter line. Multiple players with a shot to bring down the Braveheart, but bravery prevails, able to carry strong there. Looks like Scotland has space on the top of the field and unable to catch it cleanly, knocked on in the tackle as T. Grammy gets pulled back, held called by the referee, as now they play the ball here right around the halfway mark. And Phoebe, one thing that we noticed, there hasn't been much of sophistication in the USA attack. They were really straightforward, just hitting their points.
Take it back, 2 steps back.
That's a testament just to rugby league in USA. I think these lads are really out here trying to grow the sport and learn more about it, because we do have a stage to use and a platform to use with rugby league. So if we can get a little bit more of that IQ and knowledge and keep these core values of the American athleticism, we're going to see some more fruit from this sport. Like I said earlier, we are catching Scotland on the back foot at the moment, but they are really owning up to that opportunity as well. We'll just see a little bit here from them in this next couple of places, because we did get that turnover, which is nice.
Let it go!
Great run right there. And with a great opportunity, that inside line, left foot, right foot step. And just not going down, unrelenting carry. 5th and final. But what do they decide to do? They go right at Scotland. It gets caught up right around the 5-meter line. 5th tackle, Scotland holds strong again. And that looks like a really great opportunity for the United States. But again, Scotland's defense bending but don't break. They're giving USA a lot of opportunities inside the 20-meter, but just unallowing the USA Hawks to get on this scoreboard, Phoebe.
Yeah, defensive brick wall. Scotland is looking really good. Going back to what I was saying just earlier, is that these girls in Scotland are able to play with each other often. They've got a lot of domestic leagues, and they're able to utilize that. So their IQ is good, and they're able to kind of see a couple of different pictures than USA is at the moment. But again, we've got a new coach this year, Troy Clarkson, from Australia. He is going to be a massive increase to the knowledge of these girls, and we'll see a lot of more pathways growing here soon.
Yeah, speaking of pathways, we have seen the olive branch extend from all over the world. Players and people from New Zealand, Australia, Scotland finding themselves on the stream, and we welcome them all. Scotland charges ahead And that was just a fantastic run. Again, Scotland has really found a way to bunch things up, bring the confrontation to the USA, and again, taking the ball away, giving Scotland another chance, another opportunity. And that's just the last thing you want. The Scotland team is confident enough. They're flowing enough. They've already played. They've already figured some things out throughout the weekend. And just these additional opportunities is giving them even more confidence on attack. They are looking really good, Phoebe.
This I agree with Lance. I think whenever they start getting their cohesion together, USA is going to really give Scotland a little run for their money. But right now, Scotland is looking dynamite.
You can use the line here, ladies. Use the line. Use the line. There you go. You're good. Yep.
And ball is to be played, and we are underway again. About 13 minutes left in this first half. As Scotland charging run, that penalty and just the tenacity of the ball carrying has really got them forward. They are knocking on the doorstep again. United States not closing the lines, and now Scotland. It would look like we have a whistle, maybe a forward pass.
We'll take a penalty there.
Center.
It looks like an errant pass or an issue with the pass. And now a great opportunity from Scotland. Looks like one of the few times they don't capitalize fully. USA able to get the ball back. And it's so important that they play through the entire set. They have to get through an entire set. Just like they find themselves at the 5-meter line. The big run, Brittany barreling through defenders. And depending on how fast they play this, they can really find them on the back foot. But no, the marker makes a double tackle, saving the bacon of Scotland. They didn't really have things covered on the outside. And what an absolute stiff arm. Excuse me, ma'am. Please get out of my way. I have somewhere to be, and it's a try zone. As Paris rumbles ahead, and that just gives confidence to more Hawks as they fire forward, fire forward again. Now do they go wide? They don't. They give it to Brittany. Brittany with the left-handed fin. Goes for the left-handed fin again.
Let it go.
And stopped right around the 15-meter channel. Another opportunity. Ball played through the legs, not clean. How would they do? What would they do? They're so close to the try line. And it looks like they're tackled out of bounds on the doorstep again. Scotland's defense picking the right moments to step up big. That is the third try opportunity USA had, and that's the third Scotland defensive. I can't even call it a scramble. Fortress that we've seen from the Bravehearts. The bravery is on full display for this Scotland side as they keep United States scoreless. Phoebe, what a great set of play for the USA, but defensively, Scotland is looking great, looking good.
Tackle one!
Yeah, Scotland all around is looking really good tonight. Just looking at what USA is doing is utilizing all of their plays is going to get them some more fruit here. They got nearly down to the try line. I think a little bit more technical things could have maybe made that a success, but really that's good gameplay there by USA, and honestly even better gameplay by Scotland. They're really giving it to us and showing us a masterclass on how some of these things should work and structures we should be running.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing a little more congested in the middle of the field early in their sets and spread out as the third and fourth tackle finds itself and is really causing issues with so many bodies towards the middle of the field. Now they're spread out. Do they go to the bottom? No, they go to the top of the field, go to the air. Is the fullback available? Yes. And this is a dangerous player that had the ball. Ooh, left-handed fin. Sit down, please.
Tackle one!
But multiple Scotland defenders able to get vengeance for that handoff.
Second effort.
And a penalty given. And a penalty given after an amazing fin.
We got some penalty there.
Second effort.
But the defensive line of Scotland has showcased, even when one tackler misses, there are multiple there to make a play. It looks like the United States is going to opt to go to the touch line, and they do. Ball finds its way off the field.
40 mark here.
We get a throw in and a tap, and we're off for going again, but Phoebe, phenomenal ball carrying from a lot of these Hawks, and great defense for the Bravehearts. You gotta love what you're seeing here. Physical game.
On the tap, hang on the tap. Yep.
Yeah, we've got veterans like Miss Beard. She is absolutely distributing hits and also balls. She's another veteran within the Federation that has been building this on her back, trying to go to everything that we've got in the States, and she's seeing a lot of fruit from that. I think she's one of the most capped players that we've got next to Katie Sanford and Nicole Fish. So seeing players like this really mix in with the younger crowd is kind of showing the way and pushing Scotland on their back foot, as well as bringing USA up to the challenge that they've got in front of them.
Yeah. And big shout out to Kevin Wiggins in the chat, pointing out very clearly the multiple Braveheart defenders on every tackle. And they're really bringing down some of these USA carriers pretty early in their leg drive. Another 4-person tackle there. With everyone getting back, markers are clearly set. The United States, great opportunity. It looks like the 5th. They go right to the air.
Wow,
and if that ball takes a bounce, it could be a wacky bit of moment. It takes a bounce. And unfortunately, that was 5th and final, unable to make the most of it. Has to play the ball there for Scotland. And we're about 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half. It hasn't been one-way traffic. It has been back and forth. But only one team has reached pay dirt. Scotland with 2 tries, 1 conversion. And they've really formulated a way to really show how dangerous they are with ball in hand, making defenders miss, and really forcing the United States defense to step up to the job, especially early in this first half, scoring a try pretty early in the process. And that line break again, this shows a bit of tenacity. A fin, another one. And now we have the Bravehearts with an incredible line break. United States defense is in shambles, but the fullback, Brittany Abel, as the marker to shut things down. And that might have given the United States the time they need to reorganize themselves. They get off the line, being ran ragged by these Bravehearts. They're playing the ball so quick, getting right back to play after every line break, after every line break and tackle. And you can start to see some of the fatigue set in, hands on hips.
5 there.
Hands on hips and a lot of tired players.
It was tackle 5, hand over there.
And there's the 5th and final tackle. And now we have a turnover, USA ball.
So
for all those asking about the young lad in the earlier match, I will get you an update. I've seen multiple people in the chat ask about him. I will try my best to get an update to see what's going on with the young man. But
tackle 1.
Back to the action. Pairs with the drive, leg drive. As United States now goes center.
2, let it go.
Tackle number 2. Scotland gets off the line. It looks like they're pushing. Just a burst right there. We almost had an opportunity to get through. Snuffed out by a very tenacious defensive unit. And that ball thrown just a tad behind. And now Scotland with 5 minutes left have an opportunity to attack with first touch around midfield.
2, move.
2 tackles. And Scotland now running flash line.
3.
And able to bring down the ball carrier. She looked like she was ready to dish off some pain. Almost played the ball the wrong way, fixed herself, and now we're off again. The Bravehearts
tackle 4.
Closing space on the edge. Space closed on the edge, and it looks like the Bravehearts might have had that extra pass there if it could have got away. This player right here has been line breaking, faking, juking, and stuking all day. With a mini break there. And now Bravehearts are going to opt to the foot, and they go to the corner. Unfortunately, inside of the dead ball zone. Unable to keep it in the park before it goes out of bounds. Phoebe, back and forth action. You see the fatigue set in for multiple players here for the USA.
Yeah, we do see some fatigue setting in here, but again, we had these girls kind of come together in 8 weeks, 2 months or so. So these a lot of these girls are not in season for their other sports. So a lot of this is kind of accumulating at one head of all the contexts to see a little bit of that unsuccessfulness. But you know, again, we've got another half in this game, and I don't think that USA can't turn around. We've seen crazier things.
T passes it off. Offload there, and multiple Scotland defenders again in the tackle, in the danger. Player on the wrong area.
Gotta be quicker.
And just laying around, unable to get a penalty.
This is what I think USA is using to their strengths, is they're using some of these really intricate rules, and they're really being intentful with it and trying to get those rules in place so that they can kind of work smarter, not harder. And that is a good utilization tool for them to build in this game, since Scotland does have an opportunity to play all year round or in their certain seasons that are specified for that.
It looks like a war attrition as both teams look tired. Paris with the dummy. And finally tackled by one player only. Scotland able to bring down the hard charging runner. And that is a perfectly timed hit up play there. That's 2 tackles. And look at T in the middle controlling play. And now the United States is moving and grooving, but that knock on there on the edge, unable to keep control of the ball. And again, Scotland's defense bend but not breaking. What an effort by this side the first half. Slowing down a team of Hawks that are very athletic and can be dangerous with ball in hand. Scotland has figured out a way to keep them off the scoreboard. And with 1:45 left and a scrum down to come, looks like Scotland can get themselves closer, and maybe opt for a drop or just play a little loose with the ball as time is deading down. See if they can add to this lead. They have enough time. But another hard charging hit up. Looks like they got about 9 meters off of that scrum. Play the ball here, right into the bread basket, and a big collision. Looks like 3 of the bigger players for either team meeting in center field. And again, nice tackle there. Scotland is playing fierce. Markers are starting to have to work a little bit harder for this USA side. Offload away, another offload. Can they keep it in bounds? And they cannot. And they cannot. So with 40 seconds left, the United States now have an opportunity themselves to try to make something happen before this halftime. And we got a great treat for you going into halftime. Have a conversation with Scotland's head coach when we get to half. But this scrum down here, right around 20 odd so seconds left, could just be a time winder, figure out and get into halftime. Or will the United States try to make an opportunity for points here?
Yep.
Nice pass off that.
Ball played.
Tackle one!
An almost tackle. It looks like there's more times on the ref clock than ours, ladies and gentlemen. Big hit up. Head snap backwards on that contact. 3 Scotland defenders in the middle of the muck. And United States is creeping slowly and faster and faster. And they go for the boot. There's space on the backside. Ball is kicked. Re-kicked. But but unable to grab, and that is halftime. Scotland 10, 2 tries, and United States Hawks 0. We're actually going to kick it down in a second to the sideline, but so much can be said about how Scotland has handled this defensively in the first half. Pago, I hear you down in the sideline with the coach.
Head coach of the Scotland's women's team, impressive opening 40 from you guys. Dominate field possessions. Your completion rate is so high. Happy with that performance, or?
Yeah, really pleased, mate. I think it's been a really physical game from both sides. But yeah, the completion's high, so hopefully more of the same in the second half.
And how's the week's preparation been? Very short. You only just got in on Wednesday. How's that been? And the challenge of Vegas as well. So that
I think that's the hardest bit, the challenge of Vegas. To be fair, we had three of the girls arrive late last night, so we haven't had a training session with the full squad. But no, preparations have went well, and I'm really pleased with where we are at the minute.
Nice. And last one, what's the message going into the second half?
Just more of the same from my girls. Just keep completing them sets, ticking them off, and hopefully we'll come out the other end the winners.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
And the completion rate is one of the talking points for the coach, and it shows on the scoreboard. Scotland Bravehearts 10, United States Hawks 0. That's the first half. We'll see you back in a bit. Bravehearts up 10-0 over the USA Hawks. A highly competitive first half. And before we kick off the second half, we're going to kick it down to the field with Pago. Pago, tell us what's going on in Henderson.
Good evening, everyone, and I'm joined here by the head coach of the USA Hawks women's team, Troy. Tough first half, but what was the message at halftime to the team?
I think we just need to hold the ball. We just need to complete our sets. Scotland had probably 70% of the possession, so to be only 10 points down, I think shows what we can do if we hold the ball. We'll give ourselves a good chance.
And how's the week been preparation-wise? You know, everyone flying down from different parts of the country. Short week of prep. Is that a factor into this game for both teams, or?
Yeah, it's been a little bit difficult, especially with the weather, the blizzards, and all that. We've had a few players who have missed flights and all that. But at the end of the day, it's like a football game. We just have to deal with it. But the camp's been really good, and I've been really impressed with the girls. So I'm really looking forward to the second half.
All right, thank you so much, coach, and good luck for the second half.
Thank you. Thanks, mate.
And that is the man on the field, Pago, able to get in contact with both coaches before the half was over and before we got back into this match. And both coaches pretty much agreed, got to complete your sets, got to get through. And when the United States start to do that, they find themselves in a better position. Phoebe, welcome back to the second half. Tell us, what are some of your thoughts as we enter the second half and go deep into the ending of this game?
Look, already what we're seeing now is just some forward foot movement from USA. There's a lot of girls that I got to talk with throughout the week, and they said footwork was one of their things that they wanted to work on, breaking through the line and really trying to make big impacts there. And I think the second half is what that's all going to be about, since they were kind of caught off guard in the first half, getting 2 scores tried on them. Here we are.
And the spin move, Shamara Scott finds Brittany T to Shamara, to Brittany, to 4 points. An amazing set of play. And since T has taken over as hooker, we found some stability, found some forward progress, and for the first time in this match, Scotland gives up some points. So much can be said about that build-up, Phoebe. What about that finish?
I'm saying, I was just talking about it, how USA just needed to get on the front foot, and here they are. A little spin move from Shamarica Scott, then to a pass off to Brittany Royas, both really strong ball runners and really aggressive on this game, to her mom, and she's always been and for always will be her biggest cheerleader. So that try, I think, was going out to someone special, as well as Shamarica Scott playing for her legacy. I think that that is going to be something that we will see for the rest of the game, and hopefully we see a lot of the other lads getting some tries and treats on the board.
Well, anything is necessary to find a way to cut into this lead. This conversion right here can mean so much. 6-10 is a completely different picture compared to 4-10. The conversion to come. And Nicole Fish pushed it a little bit to the right as the USA finally gets on the board after so much hard work. It took them a little bit past the half, but not much within the first 2 minutes of halftime, able to get a try on the board, and that's got to build their confidence up so much, Phoebe.
That I agree with. Unlucky the conversion, but those points are really needed now, and I think that they're seeing in the bigger picture here and clicking together better. Even just the movements off the ball are better, and I see the team is getting back. It's just all kind of coming together for them, and we're going to want to see what Scotland's going to respond with.
And that spinning in gets the United States Hawks on the board. It's now with a little bit more confidence, pep in their step. They prepare for their second set after halftime. Let's see what they come up with. Isabel Henderson charging forward, bringing the noise to the Bravehearts, right into the heart of that defense. We got another carry on the outside. Can she stand inbounds? And no, multiple defenders pulling the United States ball carrier out of bounds. I think that was Maya Alou, but I can't be sure. I had to double check. I couldn't get a number. Hair was covering the number, but Scotland figuring it out, able to shut down early in that set to keep United States from really leaning into the confidence they got after scoring those points. Opting for a scrum here. So much can be said about Scotland's defense. What about that defensive set, Phoebe?
Let's bind on, ladies. Bind on.
Look, that was really good ball work from them. I think that they were really honestly trying to get the ball back. Like, that's obviously the whole point of it. But they went and did anything that they could do for it. They played smart and they played bully. So USA is just kind of falling back on that. It's hard to defend those types of things.
Yeah, and 3 defenders pushing the ball carrier out of bounds. Just textbook teamwork. And I believe I'm being corrected on names. I'll give you the proper name in a second. As Shamara looks like she's down, holding that right ankle. And the try assist from less than 4 minutes ago now finds herself on the turf. You know, our sport can be a little bit physical and sometimes unforgiving.
So she hadn't picked it up yet. You dove on it, but then you lost control. You lost control as you dove on it.
No, I know, I saw it.
As we hear the referee having a conversation with T. Granby about that last little bit of play. And we got the camera right in the middle of it. You can't tell me that these players aren't focused. And there's so much going on this weekend. Las Vegas, NRL, bring us the best in the world of rugby league right to the USA. In the heart of Sin City, get a win city.
Let's
as
bind
those
on,
who
props.
hit the casinos
Let's
will
bind
call
on.
it. And now we have a scrum here. Scotland's put, and the ball is out, and we're underway again. Good job, the USA getting off that line,
tackle one,
closing the space.
Use the line. Tackle
Another strong carry, 3 United States defenders in the midst of that. Marker scrambling to get back on sides. That looks like it was in the air, called backwards by the referee. Ran just a little delayed switch line, held a few players. Now we're in the back end. They go for the kick, ball touchdown, and it looks like it'll be called.
What do you want to scrum?
Look like it'll be called a knock. Ball unfortunately played illegally forward off of that kick. Scrum down, and now with Scotland around the 10-meter line.
It wasn't a charge down.
Around the 10-meter line with the scrum, they're going to find a really good opportunity for themselves, people.
They're really close to the try line, and so I think that they're really lucky to get these new 6 again and play on. We've got a couple of these disjointed moments, but USA is capitalizing off of those as we speak.
And the ball is taking in the tackle, and we have a foot race. Joe A, the legend herself, does she have what it takes to get there? And just with enough legs to go all the way in, Josephine Assuming gets the try after taking the ball and going the length of the field to close this lead that Scotland has on an amazing individual effort. That was a legendary bit of play right there. Able to pull the ball away, able to have the speed all the way to the try zone. That is an absolute cracker of a try. What an amazing bit of play And what looks like a great opportunity for Scotland, new 6, scrum down in the middle, able to resource and reset. And somehow the United States turns that tragedy into triumph, adding 4 points to the scoreboard.
That was Miss Josephine. She is a Ghanaian player that is usually with roots in her community club, and she actually got the opportunity to go play with them on tour this year. And I think that that was really the launch pad for her to get to the USA pathways and get into the system there. We can obviously see that she's got a great running background, but she's also a defensive edge on the side there. So really a force to be reckoned with whenever you've got a matchup there. We've got the kick fielded by Nicole Fish, and she's also just a powerhouse. So what a lucky thing to have both of those lads working together there to get a total of 6 there. Tying up the game for USA. Come on now.
And that try underneath the sticks. That is an amazing bit of footy. Able to find a way to get the team back. And now Scotland, with all the confidence in the world, still looking confident, still looking strong, but disaster striking almost in an instant. And the Bravehearts have to put on a brave face after giving up 2 consecutive tries. This match is tied with 10 minutes into the second half. It has turned into an absolute game here, and it's so much to be excited for.
Tackle 1! Move! Tackle 2!
Tackle 2 as Paris charged forward. And just like that, an amazing bit of play. Just a little bit of uncertainty on that turn line, on that switch line. And just like that,
Scrum on the line here, boys. Let's go.
Scotland has an opportunity with ball in hand.
Scoring set with a completed set. No.
Let's bind on. Props bind on. Yep, when you're ready, yep.
The ball played out of the scrum. And a strong Finn, but unable to get all the way through. Quick play the ball here. Might find some space for her side. That's right. An absolute lightning play the ball. And if they can combine that with another one, they can find the USA on the back foot again. But grabbed up by T. Granby from that marker position, able to stop that momentum that Scotland has created for themselves. And Scotland is off again. America with the tackle. And the markers are closing in. They're so close to the try zone. And this is 5th and final. The kick has been there for them earlier. Gave them points. Where would they go with it again? Kicked in the air, but caught cleanly by Brittany Royes. And now the United States have ball in hand. What do they do to get off of this line and maybe get some space?
You know, USA is really utilizing those work-ons from the first half that we were talking about. We were a little bit negative at the beginning of this game, but they are really turning out those, goal line defenses, and they really are turning out a lot of this footwork and a lot of these small hiccups. Their execution has gotten much better in the second half, and it's been about 10 to 20 minutes in. I can't wait to see the rest of the half. But this is looking already like a good game for USA, and honestly comparable for Scotland as well. They are giving them a game as well as utilizing their game structure as well.
Yeah, and it's been a tale of 2 halves. Defensive onslaught for Scotland, showcasing so much of what makes the Scotland people, not just the rugby league, but the Scotland people, such great character. Able to hold the gates at the very end and get a shutout in the first half. But just as fast as they commanded that lead, it was taken away off of a team effort and an individual effort. And Scotland continue to get through their sets, continue to find a way to keep applying pressure. A wayward pass, as I say that, commentators curse, as now multiple defenders are attacking and try to go after that mistake by Scotland. But Scotland finds a way to find more space, an inside step and a right-handed fin. And now with our fifth and final, able to get great go forward, a lightning play the ball with a little speed, and they go to the kick. Is there anyone covering it? Ball hit backwards. Brittany, the speedster herself,
Tackle one!
brought down. Ball played, our try score.
It's two!
Dragged by multiple defenders. And just like that, Shamerica able to drive and move forward. Shamerica for America. And with a player caught in the tackle.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to have some substitutions. Everyone needs a breather. And this has just been a back and forth battle. This has been, as best you can call, an arm wrestling match. One side has the lead, the other brings it back. Another side gets the momentum. Another side brings it back. And it's just been a back and forth seesaw battle here. United States able to tie it up. Phoebe?
Yeah, I think having USA tying it up is really just a testament to how a lot of their games in the league world has kind of gone. Their format is the tale of two halves, either being really dominant in the first and then mellowing out in the second, or being mellow in the first and then turning things up somehow in the second. So really loving these types of game structures, but some consistency from USA would be really interesting to have, because I think that they would have crazier score lines, but also they could open up their playing pool to a lot of other countries that would be comparable opponents to them as well. I think Scotland is a good opponent at the moment, but really we're going to see some really cool things here in this next 20 minutes.
And we've seen Paris Hart put an arm and put a fender on multiple defenders. She has really been bringing a lot of ruckus into every tackle and getting through the back end of their set, the United States. Do they go for the kick? No, they play the ball and they hard charge. Try to go for the offload, unable to get it away, and that's fifth and final. But a great bit of meterage gained right there for the United States. And Scotland is off and going.
Tackle one! Move!
And Scotland's just been finding a way to really get into these play the balls as quick as possible.
Let it go!
That's working towards their advantage, though, because they're able to recycle really quickly and get those set pieces out, get those phases done, and then have what's in front of them to play with. Rugby league is a game of set pieces and making sure that you can just pin in place and get yourself into small, tight spaces. But really what we're seeing here is them being patient on these phases and utilizing them really well as being a bit dominant on those crashes.
Come back.
Ball bouncing around, ball touched, ball kicked. And they're calling for a tackle one right there. Betty Ganelli in the tackle. Shout out from her little sister in the chat who's watching.
Let it go.
Another run by the United States. Dummy by Paris. Another fin, another multi-tackle circumstance. As we look at the sideline, we have substitutes getting ready and prepping. Jamaica with the spin again. That led to a try earlier in this game. Now we're on the fourth tackle. Will they choose to open this offense and go all the way to the edge? It looks like they're choosing to. And they go for the kick early. Bible couldn't be gathered. Hit off a defender, but that was almost a great bit of intuitive play. As now we have the substitutes preparing themselves to come on. I think that was Sydney Ray. I can't be sure. I got to see that number again. But that kick decision there might have been a moment to really break this game open.
I'll be here.
For the lack of time that USA has had to prepare together, this is a great testament to how great these athletes are in their own right. They're using the Stricos S&C program that was provided to them by USA Pathways, and really they've kind of taken this and utilized it to a whole nother level on a national level. So a lot of these athletic plays we're seeing here are really great that they're kind of finding that synergy with each other, but it is really a great testament and candle held to how these athletes are preparing themselves for these battles.
Yeah, they're definitely going to see what's going to happen with the last 20 minutes of this match, because both teams have been fighting to a stalemate at this point. One team got ahead. United States were able to return fire and tie it up. We find ourselves at a 10-10 draw, and they will draw international matches. This isn't any knockout or playoff scenario, so if the scoreline is what it is now, we just had a really good match that ended with no victor. But while we got a chance, let's go to the sideline to our
Guys,
man
I'm
on
joined
the
here by some of the
Paco.
USA Hawks players, Tiana and Paris. How was that? You know, first half very tough, but we're slowly making a comeback now. What was the message at halftime?
Oh, the message was to compress them on defense, smash them up the middle because their edges aren't ready for that pressure. So it's been working for us.
Paris, you put in some big runs and some big hits out there. How's the body feeling after the first 60?
Feeling like $1 million, baby.
You ready for the strip tonight?
Oh, hell yeah. Easy.
You know, we're ready for this last 20, full of action. You know, the Hawks are ready, Scotland is ready. We're ready for the aftermatch too after this. Back to you guys in the studio.
And feeling like $1 million, says Paris, all heart against the Bravehearts. And that should have been tackle one, but ball spills out, able to be right on the spot.
Keep coming.
And what a heads-up play there, making the most of the opportunity. Big collision in the middle. As Paco was talking to Paris and T, both have made their impact on this game. Able to get a break, and I wonder where they'll fit in the last 20 minutes of this match. Will they get in the last 10? How many interchanges do we have left? I haven't been able to do my quick maths on that, but taking advantage of that penalty, kicking it inside of the 40-meter line, and now Scotland has another opportunity that resembles earlier in this match, a penalty, and able to set up a new set of play inside of the 50. I wonder how will they attack and which direction they'll choose to go with this. And they go right to the center of the field. Big, devastating run. Right in the center of the field. And that's what you need from your prop forward. Big carry, stood up and held, but not held long enough. And Scotland able to, again, get a lightning play of the ball. Almost opportunity to intercept, and it was missed. And that mistake will cost the United States playing the ball and not playing the player. And number 8 from Scotland, we'll get a name for you in a second, goes in to score, and you see the flash across the screen. Had an opportunity if they play the player and not the ball, that tackle is there, but unfortunately, that is the space that they needed, in the Bravehearts on the board for the first time in this second half, Phoebe. What a turn of events.
And how lucky is it that the try scorer is also the kicker for their team, and she is kicking her own field goal here. We're going to see the conversion in a moment here.
And with a strong carry earlier in the set and a scoring carry later, this conversion right here can give Scotland the breathing room and the breath they need. As we look off into Las Vegas, night scene, lights are everywhere. Can she light up the scoreboard with this conversion? She does. And Scotland, after giving up 10 consecutive points to start the second half, put one on the board for themselves, and now the Bravehearts are 6 points up against the USA Hawks. And Phoebe, less than 20 minutes left. Scotland has a bit of momentum. So much can be said about this match. It's turning out to be a classic.
Yes, I agree. This is going to be a cross-country classic, I think, for the ages. If we can get some of those things that we talked about in the first half tightened up and a lot of these other synergy pieces connected, I think this next 20 minutes is going to be a dominating part for USA. The last score there was a little bit of an inside ball there and was able to be played, but it doesn't mean USA cannot respond to this.
Now the United States set up to kick the ball into space. And a bounce and a bounce.
She touched it and she's in front.
And unfortunately,
she touched it and she's in front.
Ball played. It looks like
it's in front.
It could be an offside situation. So now with a penalty, the United States are on the doorstep. What a turn of events for Scotland, who could have had a chance to slow it down, get some space, clear their lines. But just like that, inside of the 20-meter line, and now the United States has an opportunity. Big carry, Alfie Atone will not be taken down. Continues to drive and into the try line. The United States on the first carry goes in to score. Alfie Atone sets the tone and immediately scores. And what a momentum flip we just seen. Scotland scores, and less than 2 minutes later, and less than 30 seconds of ball in play, the United States answer with a corner conversion. Is so much to be said, but couldn't be dragged down by those tacklers, not held by the referee. Multiple defenders having a shot. We're talking 6 to 7 players with a touch on the ball, but she will not be stopped, will not be slowed down, and she chucks the ball into the Las Vegas Strip after putting the ball down. Phoebe, what an absolute cracker of a play there.
You know, I think I'm calling the game before the game has been played. I don't know if I'm coming off as a fortune teller, but things are heating up for USA, and this is the type of momentum shift that we want to see in the second half, and especially in these critical moments now that we've kind of gone past the quarter of this last half. USA is really kind of picking up their speed here, and they're really picking up their synergy, like I said, and I think that this is the type of go forward that they need.
Now that conversion, being from the corner, makes it tough to tie the game up here, but I mean, so many defenders with a shot. No one will slow her down. As she gets 4 for the home team here in Henderson, Nevada.
Yeah, breaking through the line like that is such a cool game changer, and is such a good momentum shifter. I think in this next couple of set pieces here, we're going to see a lot of that. Those girls were fighting like cats in a bag, and I really want to see some more of that, just because the aggressiveness is really looking good out here, and it's looking like some good clean ball, some really fun and interesting rugby to watch.
When you're ready,
this is the kind of ball that we like to see you playing as well, Phoebe. We know that you've been the type to get in the middle of the mix. You know, we'll see you in one of those jerseys really soon as the kickoff goes. Ball takes a crazy bounce, and the Hawks are on their way.
Tackle one!
This time,
stop moving!
The Bravehearts secured the tackle. Ball is played, going to Brittany. Excuse me.
Oh, tackle!
Going to Mrs. Neal, Brandice Neal. Took multiple defenders to get into the action.
Tackle 3.
Forward carry.
Stop moving. Who's the one?
Looked like Mrs. Anderson. Sarah Anderson with the carry. They run a switch line out the back and behind.
Let it go! Let it go!
Vanaya on the carry. It looks like it's tackle number 4. Aaron pass, no. It could have been enough to get to the sideline. Tackle right on the shadow of that touch line. And this is 5th and final. How would they play it? They go to the air. Oh, and USA with opportunity with the ball. Got to get the offload away.
Got it again. Let's see if
Josephine won't be tackled by
on this
1.
right side.
Tackle 6 there. It's a hand over there, blue ball.
And unable to make the most of it. Maybe if Joe catches that on the fly, we're talking about something different. We know she has the speed with that long try she had earlier. But Scotland, back to their old ways. Bend but don't break. Good defense from sideline to sideline, Phoebe.
Grab it around the neck. You had her around the neck.
That I agree with. I think the hard part of those types of situations that Josephine was just in there, the other team has to touch the ball on the kick for us to then receive it back and get a new 6. So she, could have worked some magic. She could have got someone to touch it, but I think that was a really tight squeeze for her, but still kept them in that small space and utilized that for us.
Yeah,
on the 50, ladies, on the 50.
Just all the confidence in the world, and they should have it. This is a moment they earn for themselves to be able
on the top.
Yeah, to be in this moment of this match is so much can be said about how well they played up until this point.
That consistency is key, though. I think that they've been playing really overall good rugby, and that is showing through, again, the scoreboard, it's showing through the tiredness, the efforts of the other team. So really, we're just seeing a good gameplay here.
Big collision. And tackle 3 called by the ref.
Come back.
Offload away.
Tackle 4.
Into hand. Tackle 4, says the referee. It looks like we're stopping for a down player.
Just under 16 minutes remaining. Still a 2-point game. Bravehearts ahead, 16 to 14.
This will be tackle 5. Yeah, this will be last tackle.
Tackle 5 called by the sir. Doing a good job keeping everything together in this match.
No, it's tackle 4, actually.
Oh, actually, correction. Tackle 4, says the referee.
Tackle 4. Tackle 4.
Correction made. But, man, this game has been such back and forth magic. This is what you love to see from footy. Both teams competing very strong throughout the course. No team giving up. No team slowing it down. Both teams choosing to be vigilant. And tenacious on attack. As we have a break here, Phoebe. Player goes down, you get a break. Everybody's able to take a few deep breaths. What could this mean for Scotland on the 4th tackle right around the 10-meter line?
That, though, this gives America an opportunity to show that they have improved from the first
tackle 4 here,
first half here, and see if that goal line defense does improve, because they have been really successful in some of the last set pieces there.
And they play, and it looks like they have space on the edge, but the ball is held and finally offloaded away, and it looks like Scotland is going in to score. And just as fast as the United States score to cut the lead, Scotland puts one in, and with a 6-point advantage, this conversion could mean the game for the United States. For the entirety of this match, Scotland number 8 has been an absolute terrorist to the defensive line of the United States. She's been breaking and busting through, forcing multiple defenders to account, and with that offload, puts her team ahead and sets herself up for the conversion. Been doing so much for this squad. One of the players raising their hand for player of the match easily for this Scotland side as they advance their lead. And this conversion, if goes in, could all but solidify what she's done for this matchup.
I would never underestimate any player that's on the field if they were able to represent their country. This player really has kind of shown out and showed up for Scotland and really is giving a masterclass on a couple different things on being a versatile player as well as utilizable in the team as a kicker, obviously as a leader in this forward pack. They are really kicking and screaming their way through this game. They just
with the bounce off the with the conversion off the crossbar, that puts this game at a 2-try distance. So much has to be done for this USA side to get back into this match. 8 points. And you can see the Scotland coach telling the players to calm it down, play the system, play the structure. The United States got to tell there's something different. We have to speed it up, go faster, put high-octane energy into this, because it looks as though they're going to need multiple tries in order to come back into this matchup. And down on the sideline, we got Pago. Pago. It looks like we're having technical sound issues with Pago on the sideline. We'll get back to him in a second. As Scotland is on attack again.
Later on tonight. How much are you going to spend on the casino?
Probably far too much. Yeah. No, you've got to chuck it all on black, haven't you? So, yeah, we've got. So I think we've got a team party with the men and the USA as well tonight. So it'd be great to get to know the girls that we've been playing against this week.
All right. Thank you so much, Grace, and good luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you very
much. All right. Cheers.
Hey.
On the 25.
Pago asking the important questions to these internationals. How are you going to blow off steam after an international match? International weekend leading to NRL.
On the top.
Las Vegas. And the penalty again gives Scotland more opportunity. The tap is on, and they're back on attack here.
Tackle one!
And just running right into the heart, the Braveheart of this Hawks defense. Here goes that baller again. Multiple defenders. Can't be stopped. Can't be slowed down. Able to get another 7 to 8 meters at the first contact. Quick play the ball. And now Scotland is again on the front foot. This United States defense has to get off that line as they find themselves on the heels of the try line. Do they go back to number 8? They do. And she moves it right to the space, and there's an overlap on the outside. Could they finish? And they do. Riding in the high tackle. Scotland adds another try with less than 10 minutes to go, and that was just well worked, making and taking advantage of that penalty from the United States. Scotland adds to their already strong lead. As hand slaps go all around Phoebe. They figured out a way to work the ball around. And now they're playing through number 8, who's been an absolute force ball carrying even on that set. And they get to try.
Absolutely. The try scorer there, her name is Sammy, and she's been with the club since its inception in 2022 for Scotland. So she's kind of a veteran in her own right as well. They have a really nice depth within their roster here, and number 8 isn't the only one that's a killer. This is kind of just a testament to them being able to pick and choose and score on the edges. Again, America just needs to tighten up that goal line defense, and I think that they'd be, out the door with winning a little bit more on their side. But this is really a hard kind of game to then structure whenever these girls are really fast, really smart, and they've got good agile plays with each other. They're good to, bounce off of each other, small offloads, things like that.
And that was no good. So the score remains 14-26.
And what doesn't she
Scotland
do?
in the
Kick
lead.
conversions,
7:20 left on the
passing
clock.
into space, ball carrying, bringing the ruckus. Scotland's got a player that they can really depend on as these years goes by and time goes by. The United States giving up 2 consecutive tries after scoring
Whenever you're ready.
2 themselves at the beginning of this half. And Scotland's figured out a little bit of how to attack and where to attack, and they've been making the most of it. As they play the ball through, go right to the middle of the field in the confrontation. Not enough tacklers from the USA getting involved to really slow down the momentum. It's really giving the Scotland team confidence. As now they play the layers attack around the edge, but the errant pass off of the left just couldn't find his way to hand. And no big deal, they said, we'll worry about it later, no worries, no worries. Complimentary rugby, complimentary teammates we've seen. And now with more subs to come for the United States, Shamerica is back. And we need her to do more of her spinning and winning in order to get some tries on the board as we get to 6 minutes left. And you see the USA players, we need some urgency, we need some speed, we need to get going. Because the Scotland team is not going to slow down and the clock is not going to stop as we set down for this scrum. What do you think the United States needs in this last 5 minutes, Phoebe? What can we do to get back in this match right here?
Cohesion and I think just pure grit. They're giving a lot of that now, but I think if they can link all of that up and have all these moving parts really work for them in these last 6 minutes, we will see a couple of tries. Honestly, I don't think that it's nothing that they can't do. It's not a feature that they can't get to.
And it looks like they call forward pass, and I've yet to give the referee any flack for any decision, but that is one that I personally am not going to jive with. As they say, Shamerica off the left with the fin and pitches the ball, and it looks like it was called forward.
It does not look like a forward pass.
But I believe the referee on the far side, the assistant ref, is the one who called it. Thrown at the 52, back to the 51, and an assistant ref on the far side is the one who called it. The center ref is acknowledging this assistant ref. You can't fault them for that. That's just, referee teams, that's how they operate. No blame given to the center, but off we go, says Scotland. And again, Scotland find a way to charge forward. Really force this United States team to show up and buck. They got to get her to the ground as soon as possible and as efficiently as possible, because she has been a big part of the angst that the United States team have. And it looks like they have a lot of more defensive energy that we've been kind of waiting on. That's kind of dropped in phases of this match. As the 5th and final, they go up to the sky to kick, try to get Brittany off her horse. Ball bounces out of the back of the try zone. And the options are there. Gotta go, gotta go.
On the 30.
That's going to be a
20
7-paddle set.
And we're off and running, United States.
Tackle 1!
And Scotland is starting to hang on just a little bit more in these tackles and a little bit more in these play the balls. And what a fin, left-handed fin, moving defenders out of the way, says Maya Blanchard. Ball continues to get played from the edge to the center of the field. Sarah Anderson with a strong carry. And maybe what could have been argued as a forward pass there gets unseen and uncalled as T. Granby is wrapped up as multiple Scotland players get involved.
Great work by Shamerica Scott there by picking up the ball and getting off that offload.
And the decision to kick looks like it went right out on the full. And that's going to be taken back. And as these last 3 minutes wind down, and so much can be said about this match, Phoebe. United States not bringing the energy they need early on in this match defensively, and Scotland getting comfortable and getting points. Then the United States battling back at halftime, getting 2 consecutive tries to tie it up, and even getting a miraculous solo try effort by Joe on the strip and taking it to the house. But Scotland is just too much, too often. So much can be said about this squad.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think if USA had just a little bit more time to prepare with each other, that glue would have been very sealed and very bonded well. We see a little bit of celebration here from the sideline on the Scotland edge. Game isn't over yet, though. Even though those 2 scores were scored back-to-back on the left edge there, that doesn't mean that America can't hustle and really work and show what they're really made of, honestly, by making themselves the second half type team.
And another big carry from who else? From who else? Just again. Carry after
Number
carry.
8.
Yeah, just showing what she is, showing her class. And she's clearly been one of the best players on the field. And with Scotland winning this game, she is my vote for player of the match.
Yeah, I agree. I think number 8 is really an all-around superstar. And it's not hard to tell just by the way the ball is moving, by the way that they're scoring, by the way they're keeping the point conversions up. It's looking great.
Ball lost forward, played quickly, but no advantage given or no opportunity to make the most of it. 1 minute left in this international match in Las Vegas, NRL Las Vegas weekend.
What a great weekend this was. This team really killed this game today, even though it's not looking like the treats are in their favor. But what an opportunity to learn here from Scotland, from a team that gets to play together often and gets to play all the time together. You can see how some of these things are working and where America could pick up some of their pathway understandings. But really, this is looking great and a great first foot for Troy Clarkson, the new coach with USA Rugby Women's.
There's so much that we can build off of. There's one reason why, I won't speak on anything negative too much, because they're just preparing for what is there. As you hear the final horn, and next stoppage of the ball will be the end of the game. United States flooding ahead, bringing the noise, and that tackle would do it. Scotland taking this game 26-14. It might not have been the final whistle. It might not have been the final horn, but Scotland taking this game 26-14 over the USA Hawks, flying over the lake, the Atlantic Lake, and getting a win in the United States. Is a lot to say about Scotland as we get to the winding moments of this match. And that is the final whistle.
Unreal.
Congratulations for Scotland, going 2-0 on the weekend, handling business against multiple teams. And so much can be said about the Bravehearts. They stood tall in enemy ground. When we get the opportunity, we're going to kick it down to Pago, but Phoebe, great bit of play from both sides, and what a great way to really identify great rugby league here in the United States.
I agree with that, Lance, and I really hope to stick around for some more of it. I think that this is only the storm brewing before we get a really cool paradise afterwards. So we'll see what USA's got to brew and how you.
And down on the sideline, we're going to kick it to Pago. Down on the sideline, one more time.
Good evening. I'm joining by Bangor's next level player of the match, Emma Welsford. Player of the match, also the captain, was, the front foot that set up a lot of what you guys were doing today. How was that out there?
Absolutely phenomenal. Like, I can't. It's all because of the girls that I'm stood here with. Like I couldn't do it without them. We've worked so hard to get here, and we've pulled it off. And I couldn't be prouder for a lot of them. Couldn't do it without the rest of the team, really.
Exactly right. So you guys only just got in Wednesday. You know, we spoke to your coach early on in the broadcast, and he talked about some girls only just got in last night too. How's that preparation been for yourself, but also with your teammates?
For myself, I got in on Wednesday. We were here with the team. I think 3 or 4 of our girls got in last night, and we worked really, really hard to integrate them in. So try and make them feel the same as the rest of them that have been here the whole time. And I think we've pretty much proven that we've done that. I can't be prouder than all of them. They've done so well.
Lovely. So now the game is over. You know, you're in Las Vegas, you know, the Sin City. What do you guys got planned for the rest of the night?
I don't even know. We're staying here to watch the men, support the men's after. I think that's going to be a cracking game. We can't wait to watch them play. And then from there, we'll see where it takes us.
Okay, thank you so much, Emma, and congratulations for an amazing game today.
Thank you so much. Really, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Back to you guys in the studio.
And Pago with the player of the match, Scotland, scoring early, scoring later, and finding a way to get the job done away from home. My name is Lance Kavanaugh. You can find me on all your social medias at Great American Rugby. I was joined in the booth by Phoebe, who did an amazing job and able to really gravitate and show the atmosphere of rugby league in Las Vegas. But that's one match in. We still have the Braveheart men versus the Hawk men as the women of Scotland take it 31-17 here in Henderson, Nevada. And just like that, we're out of here. We'll see you back for the men's match soon on Next Level Rugby.